Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In this video, we are going to add a delete button in this application. As you know that from last few videos, we are developing this counter application. In this counter application, I want to add one delete button here. And whenever I click on that delete button, so that particular counter should be deleted. But by this delete button, you will learn a very important concept in React, that would be raising an event by the child component and handle that event by the parent component. What is it means and how it work, you will see in this example live. So just I create one button here, delete button in each counter, then I will show you what is the problem. Go to counter and here in counter I create one button. For creating a button, just it's very simple. I say btn button dot btn dot btn, we say danger, then btn sm, then m2 and tab. So automatically it will create a button, and here I say delete and I save it, compile, and you see we have a delete button also. So when I click on this, nothing is happening right now. But the problem here is that I have a delete button in my counter component, but I am using number of counters in home counter component. Here by using list rendering, I am creating 4 counter. That means we have a counter in home counter component, but the button is available here in counter. Let's understand with the diagram. So for example, I have MS Paint here. In this application, I have here a home counter. I say home counter. This is my one component. One more component I have. This is called counter. Try to understand the concept. I have a delete button here in this counter. Delete. Okay. Now I want to click on this delete button. I want to click on this delete button here. And by clicking on this button, I want to delete a counter on this component. Remember, here I want to delete. Okay, so click on this and I want to delete the counter here, because here we have a 4 counter. I have here 4 counter, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3 and 4, like this, as is shown in this diagram. 4 counter I have. So whenever I click on this button, one counter in front of the delete button I click should be deleted. But the problem is this button is not available here in this counter. This is available only in this counter. So it is not possible to remove the state of this here by this button. So from here we will learn a new concept in React, that is called here raising an event here, rising event at counter, and handle event at home counter. So I will raise a event from here, means I will raise event from here and the event will fire on this counter. Remember, so I will raise event here. So raising of event would be here in this counter and handling of event would be there in this. Remember once again, here is a counter, we have a delete button, but we have a for counter here, means this component is used for time here. But whenever I want to click on delete button, one counter should be deleted. But it is not possible because we have a counter on home counter and button we have on this component. So for that we have to create a function here in this home counter to handle an event, and we will fire an event from the counter. Remember that firing of event will be done from here, this counter. We will handle this event on the home counter. So how we will do this, that we are going to learn here. So you see that here I have delete button, so I have to make a coding here for handling this. So what I do here, I create a one method, I say delete counter, okay, and here I create arrow function, and in this arrow function I want to make a coding. So this coding I will do on the basis of counter ID. So I say here counter ID, I will pass here, and here I create one constant variable, I say counter, same that is available here, a counter, and then I say this dot state dot counters dot filter, and I say here that counter should not, counter dot id should not be equal to counter id. Remember that I want to do this. So here we have a C, we are just matching this counter. If it is not equal to this, we have all counter here. Then I say this dot set state, and here I want to pass this counter. Remember that counter I want to update. So I will update this counter here, but for that I need this ID and I have to fire an event. For that I here fire a one event on delete. Remember this property, and here I pass this dot delete counter. I am passing here and save it. So here I am passing this. Remember that here I am passing this. Now I need to pass a counter ID also. So I pass here ID equal to counter dot ID, like this. And remember that because these two properties are same, counter, so we can pass single property counter also, like this. No need to pass two separate property. Just I pass counter here. Now I save it, and here in this counter I will read this property. So here first of all in this state, here I need to pass counter props dot counter dot counter, count property first of all, that I need to pass. Then here I have state, no problem, here is state, no problem, and here I am using the delete button. So here I create on click event, on click, and here on click I want to pass here a arrow function, and in this arrow function I want to call this dot props dot on delete, remember, and here I want to pass this dot props dot counter dot id, that I want to pass and save it. Remember that I am passing a id of the counter, and on delete event I am calling here. Remember that I am calling this event, and here in home counter I just handle the event. This function delete counter is available here in delete counter available. This function available means this event handler is available here in home counter, but I am firing it from this, means I am raising a event from it and I am passing a id to this counter. That says and handle here, and this function will handle the all. So now I go to this and I refresh it, and you will see whenever I click on this, so it gone, it gone, it gone. Again I refresh it, and you see I click on this, it gone, it gone. Again I refresh it. So you see that we have handled here delete button situation and problem. This delete button is available here in counter component, remember, and the counters are available in home counter. The 4 counters are available. We have a function here in home counter, and here we are passing a event as a property like this, and we are raising a event from on click of this button by passing this property here. It's very easy to understand if you try to understand, but most important concept in React application, so many types of event we can handle like this. We may have a bubbling of event also. What is the bubbling of event? We will see later on in the same series of learning a React application, how to build the React applications. So that's all in this video. In this video we learn how to raise an event from a child component and how to handle that particular event in parent component. That is the concept of this video. I think you learned something from this video. If you really learn anything, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this video.